Gentlemen, hello. Wendell,
Yeah.
just wanted to talk a little bit about your surgery and how you recovered from it and what's been your process since that incident.
First, I want to say I feel like I'm at 100% now. I feel a lot better than I have in like the last 5, 6 years. So I feel like the surgery was definitely a necessity. And I've been on the court a little bit, trying to build back up my strength to get my conditioning right, get ready for training camp. But yeah, I definitely feel like the surgery was definitely necessary, and I'm ready for the season.
Otto,
Yeah.
Jim said that before they did the move with Satoransky, he talked to you and the organization talked to you about him. First of all, what did you like about him and bringing him over? And secondly, what did you think about the other guys that they added, whether it was in the draft or with Thaddeus, and just bringing another guy that seems like he can be that translator from Jim to the other players?
Yeah, I did have that conversation with Jim about Sato because he asked. Sato, I played 2 years, 3 years with him in Washington, and just seeing the player that he is and how he's developed. Amazing guy on and off the court. Obviously a hard worker. Plays the right way. One of those high character IQ guys. And a guy that competes and a guy that you want to have on your team, especially at the point guard position. We picked up Kobe White and Daniel, two amazing guys, young, very raw, looking to learn and come to work every day. I think all the guys that we added that we didn't have last year are all great pieces and the pieces that we need to be successful this year.
Rosa, maybe C7. Since you've come to this team, you've seen how everything works here. What gives you hope that this team can turn this thing around and do like Jim Boylan said, get to the playoffs? That's the first goal, and get to the mountaintop.
A lot has changed. I think the mentality of this organization changed. Since I've come here, I think just what we want to do here has changed. So with that being said, I think everybody's on the right page. I think with all the talent that we have, we've come early to put in that extra work to get to know everybody, every new piece is here, even in the front office, because we want to do something special here. And I think it starts by coming together, being around each other, and I think that's what starts it. And then, working together on and off the court, new team, new teammate, new mindset. I think playoffs is definitely an achievement that we want to accomplish. And with that, you got to have goals. So that's one of our team goals. We know it's not going to be easy, and we're going to take it one day at a time and see where we can go from there.
For Wendell, just kind of off what Otto just said, the mentality changed. What was your reaction to him saying that? Like, have you seen the same thing? And then as it pertains to the playoffs goal, is that something the players talked about a lot first, or did Boylan bring it up, or how did that kind of formulate?
In terms of the mentality change, bringing in some veterans that been in this league, had experience in the playoffs, I feel like doesn't do anything for us but help us. You know what I'm saying? And then pertaining towards the playoffs, I feel like the whole league has changed. A lot of stars have been shifted all around the league, so I feel like it gives us a really, really good opportunity, as long as everybody stays healthy, stays the same accord, to make it to the playoffs.
Hey, Wendell. Jim Boylan just came and said, bulked up a little bit, added some muscle.
Yeah.
Outside of that, what specifically did you add to your game to help boost, the roster and help boost the team to make that goal of making the playoffs?
I feel like this isn't like, I'm not saying like shooting or rebounding, but I just kind of boosted my confidence this summer. Finding out who I am, my identity. I feel like I'm a really good defender. I feel like I'm going to be even better this year, especially after the surgery, being able to move laterally a lot better. And then offensively, I'm just more confident and doing whatever coach needs me to do. I feel like I'm capable of doing.
Wendell, wanted to follow up with you on that very thing. Last year, obviously you're a rookie, but you seem to be very tentative offensively, particularly. Obviously get injured in the middle of the season. It looked like there were exceptions, like the Denver game, but it seemed like you were deferring a lot to other players. What should we expect to see from you this year compared to that?
Expect to see a lot more aggressive Wendell, but smarter at the same time. You know, someone who's just going to go in, know where I can get my shots from, but know where my bread and butter is, and that's on the defensive side and rebounding. And I'm going to do whatever I can to help the team win on the offensive end. That's realistic, but yeah, definitely see a more aggressive, confident Wendell on the offensive end.
So, Otto, can you talk about what kind of communication happened with the team over the summer? And then if I could follow up with another, Jim talked about the team leaders being tougher, especially on defense. Can you talk about what differences you're seeing that will help bring that about?
Yeah, and it started with Summer League. A lot of guys came in to watch the young guys in Vegas for Summer League. That was a big thing for us. And then this past September, we pretty much had everybody come in, and we worked. I think we used that whole month to get to know each other, to compete against each other, to challenge one another. And I think going into this training camp, everybody will be on the same page. And that's being with the coaches too, you know, being able to understand and show that this is what it takes, you know, to make it to that next level. And then with the defense, we want to be known as a defensive team. We want to bring that toughness, that grit. We want to protect home court. I think that's going to be a big thing for us, and it starts on the defense. And I think in training camp, we're going to emphasize that.
For both of you guys, how did you guys enjoy the Boylan Invitational, the one-on-one tournament in September? How did you do, and did you think it was worthwhile?
I mean, that's another way that we competed. You know, we got to compete against each other, see who the best every week. We got money for it, and I think that's something that everybody wanted. But it was also a time to, you know, build that team bonding and team chemistry.
Yeah, very similar to what he said. I didn't get to play that much because I was just starting to recover from my surgery. But the few times I did play, you know, you just get to learn everybody's strengths, weaknesses, and it was competitive. And like you said, it was money involved, so of course everybody wanted to win. Who won? I think Zach won the most, right?
Yeah, I think Zach had the most games, but it was like a tournament, so 4 different players won.
Otto, have you thought at all about playing for the U.S. in Tokyo this summer, especially in light of what happened at the World Cup?
Wait, what was that?
Have you thought at all about playing in the Olympics next summer?
Olympics?
And in light of what happened at the World Cup a couple weeks ago, and what would it mean to you to make the team if you did?
Have I ever thought about playing Olympics? Never crossed my mind, but I think that would be like a dream come true to play for USA. I mean, it's always a dream to play in the Olympics. I've never been. I watch it every time, so that would be pretty cool.
A question for both Otto and Wendell. I'm not sure if you guys keep up with the other teams in the league and how they're made up and what do you think of them. But where do you think your main competition is going to come from in the Eastern Conference this year? Is it Milwaukee? Is that the team that you guys are going to have to beat to get to the mountaintop? And I'm talking about the NBA Finals because that is the mountaintop.
Yes. I mean, we definitely know that that's the team to beat. But with that being said, we know there's other teams out there too. And from right now, with our mindset, I think right now we're focused on Chicago Bulls and what we need to do to put ourselves up there. And I think with that being said, we're going to take it one day at a time, you know, come to work every day because we know it's not going to be easy. And we're going to make sure that every day we want to be at that top. So we're going to come to work every day.
Yeah, I feel like Milwaukee's a really, really good team. But as of right now, we really focus on us, you know, taking it one game at a time, making sure each day we can look back at the day before and say we got better. I feel like that's our whole mentality right now. But Milwaukee's definitely a team we want to beat. But we want to beat every team in the league, if you know what I'm saying.